All right, well, that was SmackDown, and that was Beat the Clock. And speaking of Beat the Clock, let's beat the reviews, and let's get Friday out of the way. And then once we do that, we get questions and fun. Rampage!
Oh, yeah! This was April 29th also. And what is their lead-in to Rampage? From 8 to 10, is it a movie? What's going on Friday nights?
Yeah, I'm not certain. I don't know what it was this week specifically or any week.
Well, what kind of lead-in are they trying to keep, and apparently failing because Rampage has been sucking pond water in the numbers lately, hadn't it? But they just started this program, no entrances, no introductions, straight to the bell, straight to the match, right?
Yeah.
And normally that's where on Wednesdays they're trying to keep the big bangers, so they send Punk out immediately or they jump into something or whatever. But in this case, on the Friday night show, Darby Allin versus Swerve Strickland in the for an Owen Hart tournament qualifier. So now they're saying that Sting, if they're trying to keep a lead in, Sting doesn't get an entrance now. He won't keep viewers. The snow in the middle of the spring, they just send Sting out there. He's standing at ringside, and they start this match. It's a babyface match. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Not only is this just a cold babyface match that they've gone straight into, Sting didn't even get an entrance, much less Darby or Swerve. But now, because this is a qualifying match, Swerve has just got there, and he won't make the actual tournament. So how does that present a new talent in a positive light when they can't even qualify for the tournament? Or would it have been better to use a flunky for these qualifying matches to get your stars in the tournament and have Swerve complain that he got here too late for an entrance berth in the tournament? Your thought?
It has been a bit much having multiple qualifying matches for several weeks in both men's and women's divisions. It's a whole big confusing mess. They haven't even started the tournament yet.
Well, how long is the tournament going to go? Is this going to be one of those Otto Vaughn's, Axel Dieter type of things that goes 2 months every night? Anyway, this match in a tent. And Darby with the jean shorts, the leggings, and the black shoes. Now, I think he looks like a Somali at S&M Club, doesn't he? Very different look going on there. So they did some high-level gymnastics, 2 or 3 spots on the floor that would kill somebody. And then Darby started selling on the floor. Swerve didn't do anything. Ref Aubrey stood there posing like she was in a Bob Fosse stage production and obviously not counting, just staring. And they were all just out there for about 40 seconds or so on the floor, and then they went to the break. And when they come back from the break, boom, boom, they're doing whatever. And then Swerve actually gives Darby Allin a vertical suplex from inside out, off the apron, onto the floor. Did you catch that one?
Yeah, of course.
In a babyface qualifying match on free television, a vertical suplex off the apron onto the floor, flat back. Both these guys are complete morons. And if I was Tony Khan or anyone in charge of this production, I would have fined both of them some sizable amount of money, like $500 to $1,000 a piece, and taken them off TV for a month for doing that. But I'm sure that these fucking imbecile marks that are in charge of this thing that happens probably applauded them when they came back. Oh, that was so great to kill the vertical suplex for any of our main event talent. And the guy that took the bump moments later won the match and beat you, Swerve, flat in the middle of the ring. So, any way you look at it, Swerve's a goddamn complete moron. Because he gave a guy a vertical suplex off the apron of the floor and took the bump himself. So he's a moron. He gave that guy that move and then turned around, and seconds later, that fucking guy beat him flat in the middle of the ring, so he's a moron. And Darby Allin wholeheartedly went along with taking that bump, so he's a fucking moron. And as I mentioned, Tony Khan or nobody else is in charge enough of this fucking fiasco to yell at him or fine him or both. So he and they are morons. That's what I got out of that match. Oh, and then Santana and Ortiz came out to the desk because Jericho was on color and beat him up and then left. So now, after that, by the time they go to the break, nobody remembers the vertical suplex. Because I spent more time talking about it than the announcers did.
And no one remembers Santana and Ortiz got their comeback on Jericho after he destroyed them and burned Eddie Kingston the other day. It was buried on a Friday night show and it's going to go away.
Well, they did replay the fireball in slow motion, which clearly showed it going straight over the top of Kingston's head.